yellow cap on his head, smiles at a charity event, and a relaxed vibe in the locker room, Aaron Rodgers has already landed in Pittsburgh doing what he does best, earning respect. But while the new number 12 is fitting in with the crew, a veteran has gone off the grid. TJ Watt skipped mandatory minicamp and raised the classic flag. Where's my raise? Let's break down what's really going on behind the scenes in Pittsburgh. And hey, drop a like to support the channel. Aaron Rodgers is officially rocking the yellow cap in Pittsburgh, and he's already networking like the respected veteran he is. The 41-year-old QB signed a friendly contract with the Steelers before the weekend, and not long after, he was laughing it up at the Irons for Impact charity event, hosted by none other than Cameron Hayward. On the latest episode of the Not Just Football podcast, Hayward himself, alongside tight end Pat Freiermuth, spoke about the immediate impact Rodgers has had. And let's be real, the guys are hyped. The man's a 4-time MVP. Come on, that says it all, Cam said. I got the chance to get to know him better, super down to earth and approachable, yes? He's excited to wear the black and gold. It's worth remembering that back in March, Hayward made a direct appeal. You either want to be a Steeler or you don't. Simple as that. It sounded like a jab at the time, but he insists it was misunderstood. In the end, it seems like everyone in the locker room already had a feeling Rodgers' arrival was just a matter of time. Even Broderick Jones, who had previously complained about not being able to build chemistry with Rodgers during voluntary workouts, has changed his tune. The vibe now is all about backing their new QB. Cam also mentioned he talked with Quinnen Williams of the Jets, who was Rodgers' teammate for a short while. According to Cam, Quinnen had nothing but praise. He said Rodgers was a great teammate, loved playing with him, was actually kind of bummed they didn't get another season together. Of course, there are still folks side-eyeing Rodgers' recent past, like the drama with Garrett Wilson or the forgettable 5-12 campaign, but Freiermuth doesn't seem worried at all. We've heard he's a great locker room guy, really chill, and watching tape, that arm is still there. The guy's still got gas in the tank. Rodgers will officially start working with the group this week at mandatory minicamp, but the real prep begins later in training camp. For now, the mood is optimistic, and in Pittsburgh, they're already dreaming big with a future Hall of Famer leading the offense. Rodgers arrived with momentum, but what about Watt? Do you think he's right to apply pressure? Let us know in the comments, because what he's asking for could change everything in Pittsburgh. TJ Watt has officially decided this is not the week to show up for work. The Steelers star is skipping mandatory minicamp, and the reason seems pretty straightforward: money. Or more precisely, the lack of a new deal. Multiple reports confirm the All-Pro linebacker didn't show up in Pittsburgh after already missing voluntary OTAs earlier in the offseason. Now let's talk cash. If Watt skips all 3 days of minicamp, he could be fined over $104,000. The NFL's collective bargaining agreement makes it clear skipping mandatory practices without team approval comes at a literal cost. The issue: the market for elite pass rushers has gone crazy since Watt signed his 5-year, $112 million deal back in 2021, with $80 million guaranteed, worth noting. Since then, guys like Myles Garrett have raised the bar. The Browns defender signed a new deal in March. 4 years, $160 million with $123.5 million guaranteed. A massive jump and the largest non-QB contract in NFL history. At 30, Watt is in the final year of that old deal and rightfully wants to be paid in that new top-tier range. And he's got the resume: 7 straight Pro Bowls, 4 All-Pros, led the league in sacks in 2021 with a ridiculous 22.5, and was named Defensive Player of the Year that same season. In 2024, he kept proving his worth: 11.5 sacks, 6 forced fumbles, leading the NFL, 61 tackles, 2 recoveries, and even 4 passes defended in 17 games. Straight up elite numbers. Over his career, 108 sacks, 462 tackles, and constant impact that gives offensive coordinators nightmares. Bottom line, TJ Watt wants to be paid like one of the best because he is one of the best. Now we wait to see if the Steelers open the vault or risk losing the heart of their defense. Rodgers brings hope, but Watt's situation is a huge red flag. The Steelers can't afford to lose the guy who carries this defense. If you enjoy this kind of breakdown, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a thing.